Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to Centurion's review, the punk rock band of wargame review institutions. This is Wolf, Solitaire roll and write game. Essentially, it's about a World War II submarine that's trying to make its way back to base, and it has to sink as many ships as possible because that's how you get victory points. This sells on Wargame Vault for a whole $1.80, so it's very affordable. So let's play a quick game. So let me show you the ship here. The ship, you start with 5 electric. You use the electric motor to move underwater. You start with 12 hull, 5 diesel. If your diesel gets down to 2 when you get to the surface, you cannot charge your battery until you repair your diesel engine. Electricity, if it gets down to 1, you cannot propel yourself underwater. And here's the amount of torpedoes. We have 10, and then we have bow tubes. You have to load them in the bow tubes before you can fire them. And here's the battery. It starts at 11. And then this sheet here is where you'll place the threats. So this is the threats at 0 meter, 50 meter, 100 meter, 150 meter. At 200 meter there's no threats, but every 3 times you end a turn at this depth, you lose 1 hull. And so you're going to start at 0 meters, so you put that there, and you start right in the corner here. Alright, so first thing we do is we roll 1 dice to detect a threat. So let's roll this one. So we get a 3. And it's a destroyer. Now I gotta roll my dice. Before I roll them, the results you get, if you get a 1, it's an enigma, which means you can change its result or that of any other dice. If you get a 2, you can load tubes. If you get 1 2, you can load 1 tube. If you get 2 tubes, you can load a total of 3 and up to 4 total. And then load guns. That happens if you roll a 3. Repair. You can repair an electric or diesel engine. 2 points for each additional point used. So if you roll 1 4, you repair 1. If you roll 2 of them, you repair 3. And then propulsion, move to an adjacent hex, and 2 hexes for each additional use. So if you roll 1 5, you move 1. If you roll 2 5s, you move 3. So let's roll these dice here and see what happens. Alright, the 6s go here, and when you accumulate 3 of them, you get another threat. So that's kind of a waste of dice in the meantime. Alright. So 2 is load tubes, so let's load tubes with that one. So we move 1 torpedo back, and then we're going to put this here to signify we've got 1 tube loaded. Alright, we got 3 3s. Those are load guns, so we'll load both guns. Yeah, those are fully loaded. And then we got a repair, which we can't use because nothing's broken. So since we had 1 6 here, next turn we're going to have 5 dice to roll because 1 of the 6 is in the threat box here. Alright, so next thing, attempt an attack. I'm not going to because this is a 5 plus 2 to hit, so that's 7, and I only have 1 dice that can roll because I only have 1 tube loaded, so I'm not going to even bother because it's impossible to hit right now. And now I roll the threat dice. If I get a 1, a 4, or 5, these bad things happen. I get a 1, so I lose 3 hull. 2 diesel. And 3 electric. That was pretty nasty. So hopefully I get some repair dice next turn. Alright, so let's start it up again. We're going to roll 1 threat dice. So this goes here on Submarine. The submarine's the only ship you attack here that can change depth. It can also occur when you're at 50 meters, but if you destroy it, then the submarine's gone. And if you destroy the destroyer, there's no more mortars on the board. And if you destroy all the ships, there's no depth charges on the board. Alright, so now let's roll our dice. It's only 5 this turn because we got a 6 last turn. Alright, here's another 6. So we got 2 repairs here, so that's a total will be a total of 3. So I'm going to repair 1 electric and 2 diesel, and I got a 1 and a 3. 3 is load guns, but I'm already loaded. 1, I'm just going to use that for propulsion, so I'm going to go down to 50 meters, but I don't actually get there until the end of the turn. So attempt an attack. Don't have enough tubes loaded to make it worthwhile. Well, actually, no, I can go after the submarine. Yeah. So he's 4 to hit, and then I'm sitting at a 4. Actually, I can't hit him. That would be a total of 8. So the threat dice will be rolled now. They get a 4, so the destroyer does 3 hull, 2 diesel, and 3 electric. So he can no longer propel himself underwater until he repairs his engine. And he moved 1 underwater, so battery goes to 10, and then the depth is officially at 50 now. So now we go again, and now they're going to be rolling for the 50-meter table. They roll a 3, so they're at depth charges. Alright, hopefully I roll a bunch of 4s now. I didn't roll any, but I got another 6. So these 3 6s go there, and we get another threat, so let's roll for the other threat. So more depth charges. Load guns, irrelevant. Actually, my guns are unloaded now since I'm at 50 meters. Alright, so then I can move total 3 because I got 2 5s. So let's go. Actually, no, I cannot move because my electric motor is broken, so yeah, I'm stuck where I am. So let's go to next turn. Roll 1 dice to detect threat. We get a 1. So the submarine's in play now. And then I'll roll all 6 of my threat dice. Alright, I got some 4s which I can use for repair, so I can repair 3 electric. That's useful. The 2s are load tubes, that's useless right now, and then 2 5s, which allow me to move 3 underwater. 1, 2, 3. Attempt an attack. I'm not going to because I don't have enough bow tubes loaded. Alright, so they're going to attempt to attack me. So they get a 6. They missed me, or nothing hit, so that's good. Alright, so now we adjust for the battery because we moved 3, so this will move down to 7. Alright, and start a new turn. Get a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 1 there already, so you put it in the next one. Alright, roll all the available dice. Alright, we get a 4, so we can repair, so we'll repair the diesel. 3s are load guns, which are useless. Actually, I got 1, 2, 3, I got 4 load guns. And then a 6, which goes there, so didn't move at all this turn. Alright, so I'm not firing at anything, so now the depth charges are going to go off. First one goes, I lose -2 hull and 3 diesel. 1, 2, 3. And then up here I lose 2 more hull and 3 more diesel. Diesel's already down, and any other ones? No. So I'm in bad shape. I'm about to die here. Alright, so let's take another turn. Roll 1 for the threat. They get a 5, so it's going to make it all the way over here because all those other ones are filled. 5 was here, that's filled, so then it goes there. This is an oddball game right now. Normally I sink some ships and stuff. I'm just getting weird rolls here. I'm like not getting any rolls to load tubes and stuff. We'll roll 1 for the threat. 1, so this is going to make it the mortar. Alright, let me roll my 5 dice. I got 2 to finally load some tubes. So 3. So now I got 3 torpedoes. That's good. Load guns, useless. 4 is repair. I'll repair 1 diesel. And then the 6 goes over here. Alright, an attempt an attack. I'm at 50 meters, so I can fire at the stuff above me. So I'm going to fire at the submarine. So I'm going to roll all 3 dice. So that's a 4 to hit, plus I'm at 3, so it's a 7 to hit total. So I got to roll a total of 7 or more. Yeah, so the submarine is sunk. So we'll mark that as sunk. And the good thing is the submarine was also on this line. So that's sunk. Alright, now for threat. 4, so I lose 2 hull and 3 diesel, so I am destroyed. So what do I think of Wolf, the solitaire roll and write game from Roll and War? It's alright for a $1.80 game. It's not as good as the other roll and write games I have, but for a $1.80 you sure can't beat it. And it is entertaining to play. This game I just played on video was an oddball game. Normally I do much better than this, but as you all know, anytime you put a camera on something, then you're going to have your worst showing ever. But usually the game's too easy to make it to your destination, so what happens is you're just trying to get a higher level of victory. So you get to your destination and you're hoping that you sunk more ships than the previous games or whatever, so it's kind of a competition between the game and yourself. As far as the rules, there's a few things I'm uncertain on, like with the depth. I know you change depth at the end of the turn, but on the hex grid, when you're moving, I assume you move down when you're going down 50 meters immediately. But I don't know, it's just kind of confusing because then you're being attacked by the stuff at 0 meters because you're still at 0 meters on your depth gauge and stuff, so that's kind of weird. Other than that, yeah, it's something you can carry this wherever you go. Just bring some dice, play this anywhere you want. But it's not bad for an indie game. It's okay, especially for a $1.80. Oh, and I almost forgot one thing. If I made any mistakes during the playthrough of the game, I apologize, but I'm sure the Wargame police will attack me online anyways. Have a good evening.